Please have a seat.
President Obama says his budget proposal for fiscal 2014, which would take effect in October, will help speed America's economic recovery.
And that's what the budget I'm sending to Congress today represents. A fiscally responsible blueprint for middle-class jobs and growth.
Mr. Obama's proposed budget is a 2.5% increase from current spending levels, but the president says it would cut the government's deficit by $1.8 trillion over the next decade. The president plans to do this in part by trimming Social Security payments to senior citizens, and that has angered many members of his own party. He would also raise taxes on wealthy Americans. Republican lawmakers like Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell have consistently opposed higher taxes.
We don't need a budget that piles on tax increase after tax increase. We need to get government out of the way so the private sector can actually grow again. We don't need a budget that spends more money we don't have.
But Speaker of the House John Boehner, also a Republican, says he does support some parts of Mr. Obama's plan and says agreement is possible.
We don't need to be raising taxes on the American people. So I'm hopeful in the coming weeks we'll have an opportunity through the budget process to come to some agreement.
The president also expressed hope for what he has called a grand bargain to resolve differences over the federal deficit.
When it comes to deficit reduction, I've already met Republicans more than halfway, so in the coming days and weeks, I hope that Republicans will come forward and demonstrate that they're really as serious about the deficits and debt as they claim to be.
The president wants his budget to replace the so-called sequester, a series of automatic spending cuts that took effect March 1st. He calls those cuts reckless. Mr. Obama proposes more spending for education at all levels, including almost doubling the federal tax on cigarettes to pay for a new education program for preschool children. He also wants to raise more money to rebuild roads, bridges, and ports, and to advance science, research, and manufacturing. Kent Klein, VOA News, the White House.